get AP per level as well. It's a tough spot.
Tibero is currently engaged against the CLT side, who are happy just to dive right in and see what they can gain out of this. See a knock against one of those individuals, though. And BRB are going to try and separate them. Now see if they can capitalize upon this player advantage. 3v4 situation with very heavy damage done to the King as well in the front lines. We'll be able to back off just about in time alongside the rest of the team that does scatter. It looks like they'll just about get away, but King Hatsu is really not in the best of positions. Eventually should be going down. Good HP recovery in that one, and Sojin can try and provide a little bit extra support, but the King has finally been dethroned. Can Sojin get some revenge? Doesn't seem like it. For once again fighting CLT, trying to get those abyssal grabs, getting closer and closer with every single one there, but still not able to finally engage. CLT are forcing the issue instead. Heavy damage to the western side of that fight, and it works well against 1-2 players that have fallen, one into wisp form as well. This has all gone so awry. They've at least picked up a most wanted, so there's a chance that they can try and bounce back into this game if they can get a decent kill in of their own right. Can they do so? Not quite with the chilling finale. There's a hook. Very well done. 30 seconds for the most wanted. Still no kills that come out, and finally Ulti are forced to break. CLT have won the fight. Only one to stay in play, and that is assuming they can stay alive for too much longer, and the answer to that question may well be found out soon enough. ACR been picked up. 0-0N are now fighting against the ACS side. Minimum HP for that last player there in the center of mass. Should get picked up sooner rather than later. Zizao is out. Aldui now once again left in solo.
Yeah, just to take a step back, I mean, we saw that beautiful play with the Celeste actually getting a knock, but it was still too early for that because the knocks only take away 1 minute. Unfortunately, we are going to see another member, it looks like, go down here. The ult to get away was a smart choice, but unfortunately not quite enough. Ascension going down at 4th place, and we have so many fights consistently. We're in a top 3. One of these teams is solo, though, so it's really going to be the kind of CLT and the 0-0 game. That's the best that we can possibly see at the moment, but we do have most wanted taken from our last member of Ultima Hora.
Looks like they're looking to fight CLT very well as well. Minimal foothold, good way to push one players off. There's a Bristle Breaker as well that tries to fend them back on the 0-0N side, but look at that HP difference, and Spike potential is so good. CLT have been mowed down. Last player there of the green team, Ulti, trying to get that last most wanted in, but it's just too little to deal with. CLT have been picked up, so there's only one last target left, the 0-0N, and they'll pick up the last individual that gives them first pick of the litter, the first game of the day going their way. Wow. Stay alive for much longer. So much damage done there, and a fantastic snipe shot from the other side of the bow. Well placed, but they haven't got the kills or the knocks for it.
Oh, Sojin potentially going for a flank here, and CLT actually going on in the aggressive push as they go in, Jay.
Siphoning off the 2 individuals as well. They've separated from their team, so that's Battle Right lives. They certainly don't at this stage. BRB, meanwhile, just picking up all sorts. CLT have been ripped to shreds. Sojin suddenly in a very awkward spot. This could be the end of them in the very early portions of the game, and indeed, that's the case. BRB turning it all on its head. Ago as well, Ascension got eliminated, so the question now remains is have they done enough to maintain that 3rd place and that bonus points outside of the boost phase. Now CMP fighting against ACR, who are forced forward. One player kept inside the center of mass of that orange side, a 3rd party as well. The Tuba side moving in from the northern section as they do lose Feynman on CMP. It's absolute chaos across the board as 0-0N also get involved. Try and fight against the ACR side. CMP forced to back away. No energy now are involved. It's a complete chaos, mass numbers of armies involved, just trying to find as much as they can, popping everything that they have available to them, but no knocks, no kills come out of it. CMP lose another player off screen in the meanwhile as Tub force NEN to force 0-0N back away from contest, still towards the northern side. They're going to isolate an ACR player, forced to run for it, leave his 3 teammates in the second side, losing 2 players, but can still hold their dominance. Meanwhile, no energy, move in against ACR, try and see if they can take a fight elsewhere in this one. They'll do well against Krigo. Pour off is the most wanted available for ACR. They picked that up very quickly, but they might not be able to get a chance to use it as Yellow Flash has been flashed out of the way, as has his teammates, and all they almost get wiped out, but no! The knock came in, the kill is out, the revives are there, they're back in play for ACR, but they're still looking to fight on NEN. They're down to 1 player though. He's got to fight. Gigaboy doing all that he can to protect himself, and can't go down south again. The rings are closing in on this next fight. ACR look for their revenge. Will they get it? They can't seem to spike him into the abyss. They forced him onto the very little piece of threshold he's got, and he just escapes with a slither of health, but surely not for much longer. The rings keep him at bay. The kills can't come through. Meanwhile, in Kobayashi's, the most wanted will tick down on 0-0. NEN just got eliminated. Gigaboy is out of there. CMP forced to make their way out. ACR down to 2 players as well. 3 in play.
But they're still just so careful about how they play this one. The Bebo Tonk Tonk goes over the skies and the abyss, and that's the only one standing there for 0-0. But how much glider fuel do you have? There's actually a tiny bit of space where they can be because of the storm rotate.
Got to get out of there, though. Curious bits of a most wanted. Going to get another knock in. Can we say 0-0N? Looks like a good kill came out there. And now the rings close in against the players that are still in Kobayashi. Picked up by the Wild. ACR down. 2 left in. Oh, that is wonderful. Kira with the clutch of ages. I've never seen anything like that. You didn't need the most wanted, sir. You are the carry on your own.
Actual numbers on EXP looking really good for ACR and on the armor front as well. Most legendary here as well onto that Kingpin as they're going to start this fight. They're getting isolated themselves, so maybe this is not the best position for them to be. And they're going to be wasting their legendary armor as Ult has now to try to escape just at the edge of the ring, but CLT is going to chase them down. Den is in very big trouble. King Hearts just trying to snipe them, and they have the opportunity to do so with a myth, and it's a myth 1v1, and it makes it really good for Ult. But on the other side as well, you have CLT that's looking really good with 0-0, and Nata is the team that has made it so far, already on a 30 points lead because of that boost stage. But we're getting into the final ring. It's a 3-party, and Axor trying to maybe rat it out. The Felix can shield a little bit, but not that much. With the storm coming through on the right side of your map, that is going to be Jewel trying to escape with ACR, but it doesn't look very good for them, as they still have quite a lot of mobility going out with the glider. There's another team that's going to find them there, and there's only 3 teams left on the map.
3 teams, but only 2 of them are full. It's going to be CMP and 0-0. And 0-0 is not afraid to start this off. Maybe they have the knowledge that it's not going to be 2 full teams, but they're going in with ults already.
Oh, that's crazy. Level 14s on the side of 0-0. But there was a huge Void ult as well that worked out perfectly for them, including the Celeste that is going to maintain 0-0 healthy for the moment. Venari on the Rift, and they're not going to be escaping this time around, with Mika also getting kited and spikes all left and right and center. The Surgeon trying to maybe make it happen with the most wanted, and it's not going to be the case. It's 0-0 while taking them down, steal the most wanted. The final match is here, and the showdown is done as they're going in with the Celeste ult and the nuke as well. Maximum zoning potential for the side of 0-0.
I don't know if I've ever seen it happen, but both teams triggered most wanted off of that final kill. I don't even understand how that really worked, but they got it at the same time, and now we've got 2 entirely full health, full level teams here ready to fight. This next circle is going to go considerably more to the east, and this is a small corridor. I love the engage from the side from 0-0. They are going to back up just slightly, but this is, I mean, this is a lot of snow, a lot of sand, a lot of obstacles to get through.
A lot of portals, a lot of voids, a lot of everything, and that grand engage comes through, and 0-0 is looking for blood. Takes 1, takes 2, takes 3. They're gonna take the game. Where's the last player? It's the Void is on the other side of the map, and Rafael, you need to escape this one, but you're gonna get flanked, and there's no escape from 0-0 and Nata. That is your team that wins the first game of Final, Chef.
Wow. They have won 3 games straight. I think, really, I've said it before, they are just winning from...
They have got a chance to regroup, but not that much.
Ooh, another fight as well, as we're already going to see 0-0 with some ults on board, or maybe at least just one, as they're going to use that pretty effectively to get the first down in this fight.
Also lost the second player as well on the NEN side. Now Gigaboy, well, was Giga dealt with very quickly as well by 0-0N. They really aren't so good at fighting at the moment. They have been just on fire. I saw the HP difference was still to the favor of No Energy. I'll come back to that in a second, because now CLT are in trouble. Tuba want to try and take some names of their own, charging very quickly into the King. King Hartzers now just dealt with and having to fall back to Wispin, and should be picked up on a definitive kill in a moment's time. So that's 1 player out for CLT, 2 other Tuba players dealing with this other player up to the top side as well. They're trying to fight back for that last little bit of damage being done, and eventually the rings will close in, and Rajang has been found all the same.
Really great escape, honestly, but there's an entire other team with ACR pushing in, and look at them. Their levels are ridiculous. I know I keep talking about levels, but they're going to start by getting hooked.
Copa doing well to flank around, but lots of damage being done at the well. The ultimates are going to try and keep them within safety, but they're taking a lot of damage, and Tuba are going to capitalize on that. MRZ dealing Will Brezin pretty nicely. As well as that, Krigo is going to go fall into the abyss. Yellow Flash is going to be the next port of call for them, and Spike just as he...
And CLT now are going to bring the fight to 0-0. 0-0 has a little bit more of a high ground. It looks like they've already taken down a couple members of CLT. ACR as well, though, coming in from the northeast, and they're not even going to try to fight them. They're trying to kind of maybe wall them off slightly as they're finally going to get the final kill against CLT. That's going to give them, again, another big boost for this fight. They're still all at very high HP, but in the backline, Yellow Flash, being a true Yellow Flash, taking out a single member that looks like they may get revived. However, the fight's going to continue in the northwest.
Decent second wins as well, doing damage to 0-0 end, but they're unable to capitalize on the ACR side. One player remains in Yellow Flash, again running away towards the north, trying to escape the ire of the lobby leaders, and for right good reason. CMP, meanwhile, against Ultima, have just lost one of Fireman, and I think the last player, the Insane, almost getting caught back of their own. Ultima struggling, 0-0 end rather, I should say, stumbling into this fight, and just again dividing and conquering is a very good attempt there from the Celeste to keep as much away as possible, but should get hunted down soon enough.
Spot if they do not get hunted down immediately, and it does look like Ascension actually is starting to get a little bit further, but oh my goodness, Cheeto in the back corner and finally gets found in the singularity.
No Most Want is available for NEN. They have been dealt with. The Soul should get picked up, or will it? Doesn't seem like that's the case. CMP trying to keep them away from the Abyssal Breakers put out by the green side. More players coming in from Ulti as well, trying to third party this whole fight. They're cleaning house as well towards the left-hand side. You see orange players dropping down. CMP are getting cleaned up. We're on 2-1 as Ultima will be your victors of the second lobby, outlasting even the 0-0 end side as your ultimate kings of game number 2. This might throw things up a spanner in the works in the lobby as we head to a break and count up the scores. Join us when we return. Attacked, but Pedrato's able to bail out his teammate, and Feynman's going to have to suffer the consequences as a result. Raphael falling away alongside the Rethers and the Insane, but meanwhile, Ascension are coming in from the north, and they might third party this whole thing. Both teams have a knock in the initial fight, so as a result, they are going to find their isolation points, and they'll tag Doritos up towards the western front, and imagining that that's going to be a kill that comes in soon enough. The Insane actually fell first there towards the north, and now they turn their attention towards Ultima, who brought their fourth player back in, and they're going to turn the owners back on towards Axor. Not great for him, fallen down. Zizao also found the same. The bullet trains won't quite catch anybody off guard just yet. And, well, once again for the AFC side, only Aldui to stay in play.
Yeah, and so far, none of these kills actually got into a fight and a team getting knocked out of the competition. But Tub, though, might be looking to be, well, not in the best position. MRZ is going to at least dodge.
Of course, of these first couple of games, but maybe their chance to shine. ACR are going to shine once again against BRB. They've been hunting them down for quite a while. It's going to work pretty nicely against their favor, although BRB doing extremely well with that freeze right there. The Celeste ult doing extreme damage on towards one player. Got him knocked in the end. BRB getting mowed through by all accounts. Last player left is Kevin. Should get hunted down soon enough. All three players dead. No chance of the revive. Nearly spiked right there, but eventually will fall towards his demise the hard way. Meanwhile, PLS coming in close, not quite acting towards third party, but will get forced into that fight in the end. And Yellow Flash is found very quickly as well by second win. ACR going to try and fight back for it. Tons of damage done towards one player. Two players, in fact. Luigi Arc has been forced away. Once again, they're fighting from range. They're doing extremely well. A spike down from Brisan towards the left. T-Beck and Plank are getting tagged up, and CMP are also moving in the position. Krigo is going to get hunted as a result. How many players from ACR are left? I think it's just a two. A better level advantage. Lots of damage done to Bresson at the long range. Attempted hook there from the ulti side, who are now moving closer. I don't even think they're fully aware of the position, but Krigo's going to get caught for it as a result. Damage done, just able to escape, just able to regroup.
Oh, Pedratos has the legendary armor as well, which is going to be very useful to go for this third-party push.
Chilling Finale, going to catch so many players off. They get inside, keep inside of this moment, the CMP camp, but ACR doing well at fending them off, but Ultima are the ones that reign supreme at this moment in time. I think one more ACR player is left, escaping towards the north, and CMP are now the new targets. Doritos not feeling so spicy anymore, are ya? Down and out. They will bring a third player back from the brink for the CMP camp, but have to consider the revives as well as they get hooked in and all. The Insane feeling an insane force of nature in the Ultima side. However, they're not challenging against this attempted revive here. Famon's going to get away with this. Raphael's in good position, and now the two players do return. Doritos and Ian's going to be enough of a buff there for CMP. Not quite. They're not going to get forced into a fight just yet. Dan is dishing out some damage. It's a little bit done back towards the Ultra side, but a lot more done in return towards CMP. Abyssal grabs aren't working. Oh, one player is forced forward. Barzi trying to engage, trying to initiate this fight, but it's not worked out for them. Suzak's taking damage to the back lines as well. They picked up that most wanted, though. Can they find a last-second kill that might change the tide of this matchup? Because now CMP are moving in. They're forcing them all out of the way. Once again, Chilling Finale to keep them at bay, keep them out of position. CMP get a couple knocks as a result. Suzak and Pedratos are caught. Dan needs that most wanted to come into effect right now. Going to use the train, going to use the tracks to do something right here. No spikes found, no kills found. Doing everything to try and find anything, but nothing is found in the end. CMP.
We're going to take a look down at Tuba, who's being snuck up on by ACR.
Oh, but they're falling low. ACR is going to try to go over the Abyss. Ryu, maybe it is your fault. Takupa and the Rio is falling down at the seams as Tuba with the Felix is there trying to do some damage themselves, and they have been split across the map with ACR. Now the Luna, Patakopo, he's going to get that revive as soon as possible, but they're still going to push on through, and Brazen, they're going to get taken down as the rest of ACR. Yellow Flash is going to try to escape, manages to do so, but maybe we'll see Tuba find Doritos here. They are sneakily in the bush. Are they going to get found? For the moment, it is a no.
Every Aluna in the match is next to each other right now, and only this poor solo member down south, Krigo, is going to go down. They had a teammate running away to the east, so they should be fine, but now it's CMP's turn to potentially try and third-party this with Tuba being really split up. I mean, look at this engagement from the back with the Jewel, who's doing a great job of burning down this team.
No, and they really are. Now CMP is so low on health now with the Celeste and the Chilling Finale. I remembered. It's going to get them invulnerable and manage to take them down into the air. But then Tuba will knock them down. Doritos is still in that bush. I repeat, they are still in that bush, and they're not even the ones with Night Stalker. So
oh no, will they be found?
and Kira, who got chased down. 07's in chat for Kira's Bebo, who has been eliminated. While now Ult is chasing after 0-0 in, and they don't have a soul of themselves, so they got to be careful about how they play this, but it's important to also take the soul away from 0-0. Now with Imphis down as well, but Ult with Katakuri coming in through with the Celeste. They're going to be standing healthy for a little bit longer, but the third party that comes in from ACR is strong. Mika, a Wisp, gets actually spiked across the Abyss by Yellow Flash, and the fight fizzles out, but it was so close to getting 0-0 out of the party.
That was actually huge. That could have been literally the tournament-winning fight between Ult and 0-0, right? They're within 2 points of each other. So if one team goes out now and eliminates the entire other team, that's huge. But ACR was certainly the spoiler to that. Currently trying to be the spoiler, but fighting a 1v2 on top of the Res Beacon. They're going to realize this is not our chance to make this.
Trying to land as best of a position for themselves to fight this last few rings.
Oh, ACR is going to push in from the side. They're just trying to go around. They're not actually trying to fight, but they're going to get split up by 0-0, who's going to take down their first member. That rotation was a cool idea, but unfortunately, that is going to make them weak.
Yeah, they lost one member there. ACR, they have the base camp, but they don't have a most wanted. Now, in very difficult position is the Celeste that has to pop out there also. Katakuri will have that cooldown off for the next foreseeable future. Mika, very low on HP, and the Zeph trying to snipe them down from Grigo, as they're still trying to chase down after the member of Tuba on the north side of your map, as they're going to get collapsed by the storm itself. They're still trying to push in. The most wanted finally on the hands of Rasan on ACR, and they managed to take it out. ACR is standing, and they're going to have the numbers advantage. They're still going to push push in, Chef, and the numbers are looking difficult for 0-0 as they have been split. Katakuri on the left side of your screen, and they're falling down at the seams for ACR with Tupa with only 2 members standing. They need to try to make a grand stance about it with the Jewel. They go in, they take 1 actually with ACR. Now it's 0-0 Katakuri who takes the next one themselves. The numbers are going to become very equal with 2v2, 3v3s, but now ACR is the one who are on top. They're still trying to push in for a 0-0. They're very close. It's the last one standing, Okuma, and that is ACR who take the first place on your Game 4 Friday Night Vibe.
Wow, I love the fact that in a large majority of games,